Yes, hello. For on the third day of our cleanse, my cleanse at least. I don't know if you're doing it as well. I think some of you are actually really doing it. So, yes, how are you actually doing with monitoring your thoughts? For me, I love doing it. I absolutely love monitoring my thoughts and spending time doing that. So this morning I woke up and immediately I went to what are my thoughts? And I realized that there's a jumble of thoughts in there as I wake up. There's just almost like murmuring, a lot like a crowd speaking. And every once in a while I'd catch a word, but nothing really made sense. And I thought, well, who is this? What is this? Where are these thoughts coming from? Because they're not mine. And I was thinking about it, and I was thinking, I'm just going to have stronger intention. These were not bad thoughts, so from that point of view, I'm all right. But I need to have the thoughts in my mind be the ones that I want. And so tonight I will experiment with setting that intention that even during the night, even when I'm asleep, my thoughts are healthy. My thoughts are my thoughts. So basically, an empty chamber of thoughts with just my clear thoughts, thoughts that I can actually hear very clearly. Yes, so that's how I've been doing. And just as a reminder, what are we doing this for? And why now? Well, why now is very simple. It's because the time space that we are in right now is very conducive. It's very easy right now to be able to do this work. And what are we doing it for? We spoke about, or I spoke about the soul last in the on the second day, and the soul is so much more important than the body, because the soul will pass on. The soul has come from somewhere, it will go on somewhere, the body will just die at some point, and it's not really who I am. And this is something that indigenous people know very well. It's that sense of, hey, so the body dies, the soul is more important. I want to take care of my soul. I'm not going to sell it to or compromise it in any way. It's so precious that I need my soul to be clean and clear and in the highest frequency possible. The other reason is because there is this, for me, this feeling of separation of frequencies, or different versions of the earth. And I want to live, I know which frequency, which version of the earth I want to live in. So that's what I can do from within to make sure that I am in that version of the earth. There's also, I'm getting more and more of a sense of governmental structures falling apart and society crumbling. And this is not just me, this is many people on earth are sort of feeling it in their bones. They might not have words for it. Some do have words for it. And this crumbling of the government, the crumbling of the societal structures, they're going to be replaced, as I see it, by an emergence of not a top-down government, but a circular government. It's a council. So we're going to have councils where people come together, where everybody is sovereign in the circle, and yet we're working together. We've got this together frequency, and at the same time, the individual. So all on the same basis, and yet sovereign. So that's what I see. I also see that the currency that we're going to be dealing in will be the currency of the heart. And I'm going to speak more about the heart today. So the currency of the heart rather than hard currency. So this moment in time that's happening on the 21st of December of this month is absolutely vitally important according to many different ways of thinking, be that indigenous, be that astrology, be that whatever it is. People are picking up on it, be that the Upanishads, the Vedic scriptures. So see how you feel, see what you see when you really go into looking, what do you think is coming? What do you feel is coming? So what to do? What are we to do about this 21st 12th, the 21st of December? The information will come to us each individually and globally as we share. And actually, I want to say I love that we're so global in this. We've got people watching from Russia to Canada to New Zealand to Europe to the US. So this is a global strong field. Yeah, so the information for each individual of what's supposed to happen on the 21st will come to you as we do the groundwork. I haven't got full information yet. I'm starting to see certain things. What I do know is that the inner work is so much more important. That place within me is vital. A place without of what to do and where to be is secondary. And that secondary will only come when the first information is there, when I've done my work. So yes, the groundwork. So the groundwork that we're going to get into, will it mean a kind of male surrender to a kind of female? Yes, that's exactly it. That's what the Upanishads, that's what all the indigenous people say. The male type structure of hierarchical focused, this is where we're going, has led us for 26,000 years for the precision of the earth. And there's been very good times. It's not that this is bad, but we're coming to the end of the male type leadership. And at the end, things just crumble. It's not bad, it's just crumbling, it's disappearing. And then, and the male type leadership can hand over that responsibility. Responsibility always comes with having to carry something, a burden. So now the female way will have to carry that burden of leadership and do it as best they can. And when that female leadership way comes to an end after 26,000 years, that too will crumble and it will not look pretty, just like it's not looking that pretty right now, and it may not be that comfortable on a physical level, but on a spiritual level, it is just a tremendous opportunity. Yeah, so the groundwork that I want to start today for preparing for the opening that magic box that I spoke of on the first day. The first thing is we have to fall into our heart. The magic box is moving into the fourth dimension. Right now we are in 3D reality, in a space-time reality. We're living in it, but there was something before we were born and there's something after. It's difficult to see while we're in this 3D dimension, but there are ways of catching glimpses and connecting to that other dimension. When we were embryos, the first cells that were defined were heart cells. And so that already gives us a hint. And also, the indigenous people have always said, stay in your heart and all will be well. So when I heard that first years ago, I thought, well, that means I have to be nice to everyone. but that's not what it is. It's about feeling that physical heart. We can do that just now. Just feel the physical heart, get a sense for it, feel it pumping, maybe listen to the sound of it. And there's that portal in the heart. So there's a tiny wee spot in the heart. When we go to that portal, that connects us to beyond this dimension, this 3D space-time matrix that we're in. To go to that place, to go to that portal, we need to just go from wherever that consciousness is that we have right now. Usually it's in the brain. Usually it's thinking right, wrong, good, bad, worried about the future and worried about the past. So when we just leave that wherever it is and we just sink into that spot, that tiny wee portal, it's like a 0 point part of us. That's the first part, the very, very first beginning of that meditation of moving to 4D. So we stopped thinking. Essentially, I just went there. There's no words. How do we know we're there? It's when we have no wishes anymore, when we're not thinking in right, wrong, good, bad anymore. When that happens to you, you'll know that you found that little part in your heart, that tiny wee spot. We need to anchor into there to be able to do the magic box, to open that magic box 4D. Yes. No words, no wishes, no struggles. It's a beautiful place to be in. Yes, I'd just like to encourage you to practice that. It does mean taking some time to meditate. Ideal is in the morning when you get up. That's when I do it, and I do it also before I go to bed. Just sitting there, checking, seeing where is my consciousness, settling in. It may take some time. It may take a few minutes until everything settles down, the body settles down, the mind, the feelings settle down. And then once I've got a hold of all of that, just let it plump down. Let the consciousness plump down. You can't think it. You have to do it. You can't think, oh, I'm in my heart now. You've got to go there. Yes, so that's it for today. I wish you all a wonderful day, lots of beautiful experiences within yourself, and we'll see each other again tomorrow.